The red warning lights flashed across the bridge of the UES Thunder as Captain James Walker stared at the massive display screen in front of him. His ship, humanity's newest and most advanced warship, floated silently in the darkness of space. The emergency transmission he had just received made his hands grip the command chair's armrests tightly. "Sir, we're getting more distress signals from the outer colonies," Lieutenant Mark Rivers reported from his tactical station. His voice was steady, but his face showed worry. "The Dominion fleet has broken through our defense line at Saturn. They're moving fast." Walker stood up and walked to the front of the bridge. Through the reinforced windows, he could see Earth's ships burning in the distance, their crews fighting bravely against an enemy that had superior technology in every way. The Dominion's silver ships moved like a swarm of angry wasps, their energy weapons cutting through human vessels like paper. "Storm, give me a status report," Walker commanded. The ship's artificial intelligence responded immediately, its calm voice filling the bridge. "All systems are operating at optimal levels, Captain. Our experimental shields are at full power, and the neural-linked weapons are responding perfectly to crew inputs. However, I must point out that we are drastically outnumbered. The Dominion fleet consists of 37 warships, while we have only the Thunder and 5 support vessels remaining in this sector." Commander Diana West, the first officer, moved to stand beside Walker. "We can't just watch them die out there, sir. The Thunder might be untested, but she's the most advanced ship humanity has ever built. We have to try." Walker nodded slowly. He had served in Earth's space fleet for 20 years, but he had never seen anything like the Thunder. The ship was unique, a perfect blend of human intuition and artificial intelligence. Every system on board could learn and adapt, guided by both the crew's instincts and Storm's incredible processing power. "Storm, plot an intercept course," Walker ordered. "Lieutenant Rivers, ready all weapons. Commander West, get us battle ready." The bridge came alive with activity. Crew members rushed to their stations, and the Thunder's engines hummed to life. Through the neural links in their control stations, each crew member could feel the ship responding to their thoughts and movements. "Sir," Storm's voice came again, "I've analyzed the Dominion's attack patterns. They always follow the most mathematically efficient combat solutions. This makes them predictable to an extent. I suggest we use this against them." Walker smiled. This was why the Thunder was different. Storm didn't just follow orders. It thought, learned, and adapted. "What do you have in mind?" "Humans are known for doing the unexpected," Storm replied. "If we combine your natural unpredictability with my calculations, we could create battle strategies that the Dominion's computers won't be able to anticipate." The Thunder moved forward, its experimental engines pushing it faster than any human ship had gone before. On the display screen, Walker could see the Dominion fleet turning to face them. The enemy ships were beautiful in a terrifying way, their hulls gleaming like polished silver, their weapons glowing with deadly energy. "All hands, battle stations," Walker announced over the ship-wide comm. "This is what we trained for. The Thunder may be untested, but her crew isn't. Today, we show the Dominion that humanity isn't as primitive as they think." The first shots from the Dominion fleet streaked across space, but the Thunder was ready. Its adaptive shields flared to life, learning from each hit they took. The neural-linked weapons responded instantly to the crew's intentions, firing in patterns that no computer would devise on its own. "Storm, execute attack pattern Thunder 1," Walker commanded. The ship responded immediately, performing a series of maneuvers that would have been impossible for any normal vessel. The Thunder spun and weaved through space, its weapons blazing, striking the Dominion ships from angles they never expected. As the battle began in earnest, Walker felt a fierce pride in his crew and his ship. The Thunder might be humanity's last hope, but it was a good hope. They had built something unique, a perfect combination of human spirit and advanced technology. The war was about to change. The Thunder would make sure of that. As the Thunder moved through space, Captain Walker closed his eyes and remembered the day everything changed. 3 years ago, He had been a simple freight captain when humanity made first contact with the Dominion. The memory was still fresh in his mind, like an open wound that wouldn't heal. The giant screens in Times Square had shown the alien ships arriving. They came in peace, they said. Their ships were beautiful, all silver and lights, hanging over Earth's major cities. People celebrated in the streets, excited to meet their new alien friends. Captain. Storm's voice pulled Walker back to the present. Your heart rate is elevated. Are you thinking about first contact day? Walker opened his eyes. Yes, Storm. Sometimes I wonder if we could have done anything differently. The eye was quiet for a moment. Based on my analysis of the records, the Dominion never intended peace. They followed the same pattern with every world they conquered. On the bridge, Lieutenant Rivers looked up from his station. Sir, I found something interesting in the Dominion's battle data. Every move they make, every attack pattern, it's all based on perfect math. There's no room for chance or gut feelings in their tactics. Commander West walked over to Rivers' station, studying the data. They fight like machines, she said. Everything has to be perfect, calculated, precise. Walker remembered how that precision had fooled everyone 3 years ago. The Dominion ships had hung in perfect formation over Earth's cities for 3 days. Then, without warning, they opened fire. Their energy weapons turned buildings to ash. Their perfect formations became perfect killing machines. But humanity didn't die that day. People fought back with whatever they had. Fighter pilots flew old planes against alien ships. Soldiers fired regular bullets at advanced armor. And somehow some of those attacks worked. The aliens weren't ready for humans who didn't follow the rules of proper combat. Storm, Walker said, show me the footage from the Battle of London. The main screen came to life, showing grainy video of that chaotic day. A group of police helicopters had attacked a Dominion ship from below, firing simple bullets into its engines. The alien ship had shields designed to stop energy weapons, but they hadn't expected something so primitive. The ship crashed, giving Earth its first victory. The Dominion thinks we're primitive because we're unpredictable, Walker said, standing up. They can't understand why we don't always take the most efficient action. That's their weakness. Rivers nodded excitedly. That's what I've been seeing in the data, sir. Their ships are stronger, faster, and more advanced. But they always follow the same patterns. They're like a chess computer, powerful, but unable to think outside the rules. Commander West smiled. And the Thunder is different because we combine human instinct with AI precision. Storm can help us be unpredictable in a calculated way. Correct, Storm added. My programming allows me to learn from human intuition. I don't just calculate the most efficient solution. I can help you find the unexpected one. Walker walked to the front of the bridge, watching the stars. The Dominion made a mistake 3 years ago. They thought their technology made them unbeatable. They didn't understand that humans have something they don't. The ability to do the impossible when we have to. The bridge crew sat straighter in their chairs. They had all lost something on first contact day. Friends, family, homes. But they had gained something too. The knowledge that humanity could stand up to any enemy, no matter how strong. Storm, Walker commanded, show me the Dominion fleet's current position. The screen changed to show dozens of enemy ships moving in their perfect formations. Each ship was in exactly the right place, following exactly the right plan. It was beautiful, in a cold way. They're still fighting the same way they did 3 years ago, Walker said. They haven't learned. But we have. We built the Thunder. We learned to combine our strength with AI. And now we're going to show them what humanity can really do. The Thunder's engines hummed as it moved forward, ready for battle. This time, things would be different. This time, humanity had a ship that could match Dominion technology. And more importantly, they had a crew ready to do the impossible. The Thunder's sensors picked up 3 Dominion patrol ships before they saw the Thunder. Lieutenant Rivers watched them on his screen, moving in their perfect triangle formation, completely unaware that they were about to make history. They're following standard patrol pattern Delta, Storm announced. Based on their current course, they will detect us in approximately 45 seconds. Walker nodded, feeling the familiar tension before battle. Everyone remember the plan. We're not here to fight fair. We're here to win. Commander West's fingers moved across her control panel, connecting her mind more deeply with the Thunder systems. Neural links at full power, Captain. The crew is ready. The Dominion ships suddenly changed course. Their silver hulls gleamed in the starlight as they turned to face the Thunder. They had spotted their prey. Here they come, Walker said calmly. Storm, initiate Protocol Thunderstorm. The Thunder's engines cut out completely. The massive ship began to drift, looking dead in space. Emergency lights flickered and died. To any observer, the Thunder appeared to be a powerless, helpless target. The Dominion ships moved closer, exactly as Storm had predicted. They maintained their perfect formation, preparing to capture what they thought was a disabled human vessel. They're charging tractor beams, Rivers reported. Just like you said they would. Storm. They always try to capture disabled ships for study. Walker smiled. Let them get closer. Wait for my mark. The lead Dominion ship was now close enough that Walker could see the intricate patterns on its hull. Their enemies were so confident in their superiority that they never considered this might be a trap. Now, Walker commanded. The Thunder exploded into action. Its engines roared to life, but instead of moving forward, the ship spun on its axis. The maneuver was completely illogical, exposing the Thunder's flank to enemy fire. No proper military commander would ever attempt it. The Dominion ships hesitated for a crucial second, their computers struggling to understand this irrational action. That second was all the Thunder needed. Fire all weapons, Walker ordered. The Thunder's neural-linked weapons responded instantly to the crew's thoughts. Energy beams, missiles, and rail gunshots erupted from every angle of the spinning ship. The attack pattern looked chaotic, almost random, but every shot was precisely calculated by Storm to take advantage of the Thunder's rotation. The first Dominion ship's shields flared and died, overwhelmed by attacks coming from impossible angles. The second ship tried to adjust its position, but moved right into the path of the Thunder's main guns. The third ship began a textbook retreat maneuver, exactly as their combat doctrines demanded. They're running their standard escape protocol, Storm announced. Shall we show them something new, Captain? Do it, Walker commanded. The Thunder's experimental engines pulsed in a way that violated several laws of physics. The ship seemed to blink out of existence for a fraction of a second before reappearing directly in the retreating Dominion ship's path. Rivers let out a whoop of joy as his weapons found their mark. The Dominion ship's perfect hull cracked and split, its crew never having a chance to understand how they had been defeated. In less than 5 minutes, all 3 Dominion ships were either destroyed or disabled. The Thunder hung in space among the wreckage, its crew almost unable to believe what they had accomplished. Damage report, Walker called out. Minimal damage to outer hull plating, Storm replied. Shield strength at 92%. All systems functioning within normal parameters. Commander West looked at the tactical display in amazement. We did it. We actually did it. The Thunder's combination of human intuition and AI processing. It works better than anyone could have hoped. Walker stood up from his command chair, looking at each member of his crew. This is just the beginning. The Dominion thinks they know everything about warfare because they have perfect mathematics and advanced technology. But they don't understand that real battles aren't won by numbers alone. Sir, Rivers called out, his voice suddenly serious. Long-range sensors are picking up something. Multiple Dominion signatures, much larger than patrol ships. I think. He paused, double-checking his readings. I think we got their attention. Storm's voice held a note of what almost sounded like excitement. Captain, the approaching Dominion fleet is led by the Dominion's most decorated commander. Grand Admiral Rex has come to hunt us personally. Walker sat back in his chair, a determined look in his eyes. Good. Let them come. The Thunder has more surprises waiting for them. The Thunder drifted silently through an asteroid field, its advanced systems running in low power mode to avoid detection. Above them, Grand Admiral Rex's mighty fleet passed by for the third time that day, searching endlessly for their prey. They're persistent, Commander West whispered, even though the Dominion ships couldn't possibly hear them. That's the largest fleet I've ever seen them commit to hunting a single vessel. Walker studied the massive enemy ships on his display. The Dominion vessels were each at least 5 times larger than the Thunder, their silver hulls decorated with glowing blue lines that pulsed with power. Storm, Walker called quietly, what have you learned from scanning their ships? The AI's voice came through at minimal volume. Something fascinating, Captain. The technology signatures I'm detecting. They're not all Dominion in origin. Many of their systems appear to be copied from other alien species. Rivers looked up from his tactical station. You mean they stole their technology? Correct, Storm replied. Their weapon systems match patterns from at least 3 different alien civilizations. Their shield technology appears to be taken from another. The Dominion's supposed technological superiority is built on theft. Walker stood up, careful not to make any sudden movements that might give away their position. Can you access their computer systems? Find out more. I've been trying, Captain. Their security is strong. But Storm paused. Wait. I found something. Playing it now. The main screen flickered to life, showing what looked like historical records from a Dominion database. The images showed the Dominion fleet attacking world after world, each time following the same pattern. They would arrive claiming peace, study the local technology, and then attack when they had learned everything useful. Look at those ships, West pointed at the screen. The ones they're attacking. Some of them look more advanced than current Dominion vessels. Because they were. Storm confirmed. The Dominion strategy is to absorb the technology of every race they encounter. They have no innovation of their own. They simply take what others have created and use it with mathematical precision. A sudden alert from Rivers Station made everyone freeze. Movement above us. The fleet is changing course again. Through the bridge windows, they could see Grand Admiral Rex's flagship turning in space. It was enormous, easily the size of a small city, its hull covered in weapons stolen from a dozen conquered civilizations. They're starting another search pattern, Storm reported, but this one is different. They're learning, adapting their tactics based on our previous encounters. Walker smiled. But they're still thinking like machines, still following patterns and protocols. Storm, what's the most illogical thing we could do right now? Captain, Storm replied, based on all known tactical doctrines, the most illogical action would be to fly directly at the flagship while broadcasting our position on all frequencies. Perfect, Walker said. That's exactly what we're going to do. West turned to him with wide eyes. Sir, that's insane. Walker finished for her. Exactly. And that's why it will work. Storm, power up all systems. Lieutenant Rivers, prepare every weapon we have. Commander West, plot a course straight for Admiral Rex's bridge. The Thunder's engines hummed to life. Around them, chunks of asteroid provided cover as they prepared for what might be the craziest attack in human military history. Broadcast this message on all frequencies, Walker commanded. In English, so they have to take time to translate it. Admiral Rex, your technology isn't yours. You're not superior. You're just thieves who don't know how to think for yourselves. Come and prove me wrong. The message went out, echoing across space. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the entire Dominion fleet erupted into action. Ships moved into attack formations, weapons charged, and shields raised. They're responding, sir, Rivers reported. The Admiral himself is transmitting. A cold, mechanical voice filled the bridge. Unknown human vessel, your tactics are illogical. Your technology is inferior. Your defeat is mathematically certain. Walker sat in his command chair, his crew ready around him. The Thunder's systems pulsed with power, human and AI working together as one. "That's where you're wrong, Admiral," Walker said to himself. "Logic isn't everything, and we're about to teach you that the hard way." The Thunder burst out of its attack run, engines blazing as it dodged fire from Admiral Rex's fleet. The crazy charge had worked exactly as planned. It had confused the Dominion ships so much that the Thunder had managed to scan their entire database before retreating. "Multiple hull breaches on decks 3 through 5, Storm reported. "Emergency shields are holding, but we need repairs soon." Walker gripped his chair as another explosion rocked the ship. "Find us somewhere to hide. We need to look at what we stole from their computers." The Thunder dove into a thick dust cloud, using the cover to escape their pursuers. As the ship's automatic repair systems worked, Storm began analyzing the stolen data. "Captain," Storm's voice held an unusual note of surprise. "I found something. A distress signal, hidden in the background noise of space. It's using some of the same technology the Dominion stole." Walker leaned forward. "Can you trace it?" "Already done. It's coming from a small moon 3 light minutes from here. The signal is weak, but there are definitely signs of life." Commander West studied her readings. "Sir, those life signs, they're not Dominion. They're something else." Walker made his decision quickly. "Take us in, but carefully. Storm, keep our shields up and weapons ready." The Thunder moved slowly through the dust cloud, approaching a dark moon that looked completely lifeless. But as they got closer, they saw it. A hidden base built into the side of a crater, cleverly disguised to look like natural rock formations. "We're being scanned," Rivers reported. "Wait, someone's trying to talk to us." A new voice filled the bridge, speaking in a musical language none of them understood. Storm quickly began translating. "They're calling themselves the Meridians," Storm explained. They're saying they've been watching us fight the Dominion. They want to help." "Can we trust them?" West asked. Before Storm could answer, a section of the crater wall slid open, revealing a hidden dock just big enough for the Thunder. "They're saying they can repair our ship," Storm translated. They say we're the first ones who've ever fought back against the Dominion and survived." Walker looked at his damaged ship's status reports. They needed repairs, and they needed allies. "Take us in," he ordered. "But be ready for anything." Inside the hidden dock, they found something amazing. The Meridians were tall, graceful beings with silvery skin that seemed to glow with inner light. Their technology was beautiful, organic-looking machines that merged perfectly with the rock walls around them. Through Storm's translations, they learned the truth. The Meridians had once been one of the most advanced species in the galaxy. But the Dominion had come, pretending to be friends, stealing their technology, and then trying to destroy them. A small group had escaped, hiding in places like this moon, watching as the same thing happened to other species. "Your ship," the Meridian leader said through Storm's translation. "It's different from other human ships. It feels alive, like our technology used to be." "It's a partnership," Walker explained. "Human and AI working together. We don't try to control our technology completely like the Dominion does. We work with it." The Meridian's eyes glowed brighter. "That's why you can fight them. Your technology isn't just copied and controlled. It's adapted, improved. You understand what the Dominion never could." As the Meridians repaired the Thunder, they shared everything they knew about the Dominion fleet movements. They had been watching, gathering intelligence, waiting for someone who might be able to use it. "There's more of us out there," the Meridian leader told them. "Other survivors from other species, all hiding, all watching. If you can show it's possible to beat the Dominion." Walker looked at his crew, then at their new allies. "Storm, send a message to Earth Command. Tell them we found something better than a way to fight the Dominion. We found hope." The Meridians worked through the night, improving the Thunder systems with their organic technology. When they were done, the ship was stronger than ever, a perfect blend of human determination, AI precision, and Meridian innovation. As they prepared to leave, Walker knew the war had changed again. The Dominion wasn't just fighting one species now. They were about to face something they had never expected. An alliance of everyone they had tried to destroy. The asteroid field stretched out before them like a giant's game of marbles, rocks of all sizes spinning slowly in the darkness of space. The thunder, now enhanced with Meridian technology, moved silently between the massive stones. Its hull glowed faintly with organic patterns that pulsed in sync with the crew's heartbeats. "The trap is set," Lieutenant Rivers said from his tactical station. "The Meridian sensors we installed can track every ship in the field. Nothing can surprise us now." Walker nodded, feeling the thunder respond to his thoughts more clearly than ever before. The Meridian upgrades had made the neural links stronger, turning the ship into an extension of its crew's will. "Storm, show me the plan one more time," he ordered. The main screen lit up with a three-dimensional map of the asteroid field. Dozens of green dots showed the positions of hidden Meridian ships, each one carrying survivors from different species the Dominion had tried to destroy. Red dots marked the predicted path the Dominion fleet would take when they arrived. Based on their standard pursuit protocols, Storm explained, Admiral Rex's fleet will enter the field here. A line of light traced the most likely route through the asteroids. They will maintain their usual formation, keeping their flagship in the center for maximum protection. Commander West smiled, "Which is exactly what we want them to do." The plan was crazy, just like everything else the Thunder had done. They had used the Meridian's knowledge to send out a fake distress signal, making it look like a damaged human ship had discovered some amazing new technology. The kind of technology the Dominion couldn't resist trying to steal. "Signal from the outer sensors," Rivers reported. "They're coming. Full Dominion battle fleet, just like we expected." Walker stood up, looking at his crew. Every one of them knew this could be their last fight, but they also knew it could be the moment that changed the war forever. "Remember," he said, "everything we've learned about them comes down to this. They think in straight lines. They follow patterns. They expect everyone else to do the same. That's why they'll never see this coming." The first Dominion ships appeared at the edge of the asteroid field. Their silver hulls reflected the light from distant stars as they moved into their perfect formation. In the center, Admiral Rex's flagship looked like a floating city of metal and light. "They're scanning the field," Storm reported, "detecting our fake distress signal. They're taking the bait. Fleet is moving to standard capture formation." Walker watched as the Dominion ships moved exactly where they wanted them to go. The enemy's magnificent fleet, built from stolen technology and operated with mathematical precision, was about to learn a lesson about the power of chaos. "All ships signal ready," Storm announced. "The Meridians await your command." Walker took a deep breath. "Send the code phrase." Storm's voice echoed through space on all frequencies. The thunder rolls. Suddenly, the asteroids around the Dominion fleet came alive. The rocks that their sensors had identified as simple space debris began to move, revealing themselves as disguised ships. The Meridians had used their organic technology to make their vessels look exactly like asteroids. At the same moment, the Thunder burst from its hiding place, its weapons blazing with combined human and Meridian power. The ship moved in ways that defied physics, spinning and weaving between enemy vessels that were suddenly surrounded on all sides. "They're trying to calculate an escape route," Storm reported with what sounded like satisfaction. "But their computers can't make sense of our attack pattern. It doesn't follow any known military doctrine." Walker grinned. "That's because we're not following doctrine. We're dancing." The Thunder spun through space like a dancer, its movements guided by the combined instincts of its human crew and the calculations of its eye. Around them, Meridian ships emerged from their disguises, their organic technology letting them change shape and direction in ways the Dominion's rigid systems couldn't match. "Admiral Rex is transmitting," Rivers called out. He's He's demanding to know how we're doing this. He says it's impossible. Tell him, Walker commanded. That impossible is what humans do best. And we're just getting started. The battle was fully joined now, a chaotic dance of light and energy, as the Thunder led its alliance of survivors against the Empire that had tried to destroy them all. Space lit up like a new sun as hundreds of ships clashed in the asteroid field. The Thunder led the charge, its hybrid systems glowing with power as it dove straight toward Admiral Rex's flagship. Behind it, Meridian vessels shifted and changed shape, confusing the Dominion's targeting systems. Their fleet is in chaos, Storm reported. They keep trying to form new attack patterns, but they can't predict where we'll be next. Their command structure is breaking down. Walker watched as another Dominion ship exploded, its perfect hull torn apart by weapons it had never been programmed to expect. Send the attack pattern to all Earth ships in range. Show them how to fight like we do. Across the battlefield, human ships began to arrive, drawn by the Thunder signal. They watched, learned, and joined the fight, their crews quickly adapting to the new way of battle. The Dominion fleet found itself facing enemies that refused to follow the rules of proper warfare. Admiral Rex is moving his flagship forward, Rivers called out. He's taking personal command of the battle. Sir, he's targeting us specifically. The massive Dominion flagship turned its guns toward the Thunder. Each weapon was stolen from a different conquered race, but they all fired together in mathematically perfect sequences, the space around the Thunder filled with enough firepower to destroy a small moon. Evasive action, West shouted, but Walker raised his hand. No, he said calmly. Storm, remember what we practiced. Show them what we can really do. The Thunder didn't try to dodge. Instead, it flew straight into the barrage of fire. But as each shot approached, the ship's Meridian-enhanced hull shifted and flowed like liquid metal. Weapons that should have torn through shields passed harmlessly through gaps that appeared and vanished in microseconds. Impossible. Admiral Rex's voice boomed across all frequencies. Your technology is inferior. Your tactics violate every rule of combat. You cannot defeat us. Walker stood up, his neural link with the Thunder stronger than ever. He could feel every part of his ship, from Storm's rapid calculations to the Meridian organic tech, flowing through its systems. That's your problem, Admiral. You think everything has to follow rules. But sometimes the best move is the one that nobody expects. The Thunder spun in what looked like a suicide run, heading straight for the flagship's bridge. Every gun on the massive ship fired, filling space with deadly light. But the Thunder danced through it all, its movements guided by human instinct, AI precision, and Meridian adaptability. All ships, Walker commanded, hit them with everything you have. Right. Now. The Thunder's weapons fired at the same moment as every Allied ship in range. But they didn't aim for the flagship's weapons or engines. Instead, they targeted spots that looked like simple decorative patterns on the hull, spots that the Meridians had identified as copied technology from their own ships. The effect was instant. The stolen systems turned against each other, centuries of copied technology from dozens of species, finally rejecting the rigid control the Dominion had forced upon them. Admiral Rex's mighty flagship began to tear itself apart from the inside. Their whole fleet is falling into confusion, Storm reported. The failure of their flagship systems is causing a cascade effect. None of their ships know how to fight without direct orders telling them exactly what to do. Walker watched as the proud Dominion fleet began to retreat. Ships that had terrorized the galaxy for centuries turned and fled from weapons they couldn't predict and tactics they couldn't understand. Signal from Earth Command, Rivers said excitedly. Other Dominion fleets across the galaxy are falling into the same chaos. The Meridians are sharing our tactics with everyone the Dominion tried to conquer. The whole empire is collapsing. On the main screen, they could see Admiral Rex's flagship drifting dead in space. Its stolen technology finally turned against it. The mighty ship that had led the conquest of 100 worlds had been defeated by the one thing it couldn't copy or control, the unpredictable spirit of free species working together. "Send a message to Earth," Walker said as cheers erupted across the bridge. "Tell them the war is over. And tell them." He smiled, looking at his crew, his ship, and the allies they had found among the stars. "Tell them that humanity isn't alone anymore. We found our place in the galaxy, not through stealing power like the Dominion, but by sharing it." The Thunder's engines pulsed with light as it turned toward home, leading a fleet of ships from a dozen species. They had won not just a battle, but a new future, one where the thunder of war would be replaced by the thunder of discovery, innovation, and cooperation among the stars.